Good morning, guys. Morning. Man, I just started my camera and no battery. You guys don't have luck. But we'll be back soon. The webcam is gonna be back soon. Okay. No, I'm not holding EU. I got stopped at break even, but this was a very nice trade. Can't lie about that. Morning, morning. Welcome all. Welcome back. Herman, that's great to hear. Finally, someone did watch the previous videos to have an idea what we do here. That's great to hear. Yeah, I hope you're gonna have a good time here. Okay, so Euro USD. I think EU still can go up, but we need some kind of confirmation before going up. Daily is still staying above. You see how daily closed above? And that means there's still a chance that price is going to continue up. But we're going to need more confirmation. We will need more confirmation. Okay, so I opened some different colors on all of these four charts. Now somebody asking me, please go dark, please go dark theme, somebody white, somebody gray. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna please everyone. So here are all the colors that exist, maybe not exist, because there are a lot of colors that exist, but just a few of them. Now I'm gonna please everyone. We have white, we have black, we have blue, we have gray, all of them. Okay. Yeah, I like gray too. I think I'm gonna change all to gray. Yeah, I like this too, but it's not very clear to see. and with YouTube somehow the quality is not that good, so it doesn't seem good on YouTube. It's harder to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna make all of them gray because I don't like these. I think this is the best. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some pairs now and we will see what we have. Looks like the first one up is EJ. Now EJ has been consolidating a bit since yesterday, lots of 4 candles, and it's not that much happening, but still on this consolidation box. If we look at this consolidation box here, we see that we have a breakout. We see that we have a breakout, but we had the first one here and it didn't respect that. This level didn't respect. Price closed back in the range, now came back down and closed below the support. Now the thing is, I don't like this this big pullback that came all the way up there, and if we enter now, maybe we could use a stop loss above this previous wick. But to be honest, I don't trust sells that much. I'm gonna have to check the daily too, see how the daily is. See, this is what I don't like, because we have this daily support very close. We have this daily support very close, and I wouldn't risk taking sells here. It's not a very big range, it's maybe 20 pips. Maybe we can reach this next support on the daily, but I wouldn't feel that comfortable, to be honest. Even though you can see how we broke this support, this consolidation box. It's been consolidating since yesterday. We had a lot of rejections and it couldn't break down. Then we had this breakout, but price came and closed back in the range. Now having this second breakout, maybe it makes this a bit more comfortable to take sells, and looks like this was the retest to continue down. Now we're gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. This bothers me a bit. You know, we have some few rejections here, and I think price, the fact that price rejected here is telling us something. So I wouldn't feel comfortable taking sells, just because I feel like we have another minor zone here and it's a bit risky. So I'm gonna skip this for now. We'll see if we get a good setup. Maybe later we can see what we can do. Okay, let's continue to the next one. EA. So EA still consolidating. I think this is a pretty good resistance. If we break through this, we may have a good setup. but we're gonna have to wait for a break too here. Gonna have to wait for a break. Okay, let's see, we have a chart here, finance. Let's take a look at your chart. Now, Anthony, don't listen to him. He's like a spam every time. Sell Nasdaq every time we do the webinar. Now what's wrong with him? Well, yeah, we've been having a lot of consolidation lately. Not much movement, even though we had a lot of movement yesterday, especially GBP. It's just that a lot of patience needed because setup's taking a bit longer to work out, but it's still good. It's not bad. At least we're catching pips. Okay, UJ, we're waiting for a strong candle close on both sides. Yeah, it looks like a good support. If we break below, then yeah, we can take some sells after. Okay, so EA is still consolidating, nothing much happening. UJ, so UJ is at 4-hour support. If we break below this, we might have a chance to enter some sells. You see, it's been a lot of times price rejecting this, you know, can't see price going all the way up again. See, this is the third time that price got rejected, and like we said yesterday, this resistance is very, very strong. It's like a key level for UJ, and since it couldn't break up, maybe you're gonna have a break below and continuation to a downside. I mean, it tried a lot, 3 times, and the momentum was pretty good every time, but still couldn't break. Now we'll see if we can have a break below this, which is also 4-hour support. Then we'll see, we can take some sells, why not? And we also gonna have another confirmation that price coming as a rejection from a daily, so continuation would be pretty good till downside. See, you can see on the daily, it's a major resistance here, still can't break. This is the 4th daily candle here that's trying to break, and look at how many candles here were trying to break this and couldn't. Then days after, I think also this was held by the news to break, but still price came close below and went all the way down. Now a lot of tries to break, no breakout. Gonna have to wait and see what happens with UJ, and we'll see. If we get a break below, then we have double confirmation. Daily rejecting, 1 hour breaking another minor zone, which is also a very good zone. See, on the 4-hour we have very nice support, lots of rejections here, and based on this 4-hour candle, I see UJ dropping. You know, it came all the way back when the previous 4-hour candle started. That's a massive rejection from this resistance, this daily resistance. And since the 4th time trying, I think price is going to continue, but we're going to have to wait for a break below. Once we break below, then we see what we can do. USDCAD was perfect yesterday. I don't know if you guys took it, even though it didn't came exactly to my entry. I didn't take it because I was on EURNZD, but some guys on my group took it. Some made some pips, 20, 15 pips. I don't know if anybody held for long term, but it went very nice. Now USDCAD, Let's clean this chart because we don't need what happened yesterday now. Now we need to see what's happening today. Check the 4 hours. So the 4 hours is at resistance, as you can see. Now we have to see if 4 hour matches with 1 hour. Paul, thank you a lot. Welcome to the stream. It's going pretty nice. Morning, Manny. Morning. Now we're gonna have to wait and look. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. If the 4 hour matches with the 1 hour, then it's all good. But if they don't match with each other, it's not a good thing. Now on the 1 hour, you can see that these candles are closing below this level. You can see how these candles, all rejections, then this candle closed below, made a small retest to continue down. We got another rejection, All these current candles on the past hours got rejected from the same level as before. Now if this candle closes above, we might have a nice breakout retest here. And what we can do here is wait for this candle to close, but we need to look on the left because we might reach another resistance before making the retest. See the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour is pretty much the same, but this is what worries me. This is what worries me because we have also a lot of candles closing above this level. Now we are in between these two zones. We have to be careful. Every time we have somehow some kind of this kind of situation, what we do is we like to break both zones, then a retest for continuation. But if we wait for a break above this, we have here a 10 pip range in between. And now when price closes above, let's say, when it comes for a retest, there's a chance that it might come deeper to test this support too. So when we break above here, on the retest, we can make first entry here, and we can wait for the second entry when it comes deeper. But for now we have to wait to see how candle is going to close, because this can be only a rejection at the end. Let's wait and see. Can you take a look at this chart? Yes, of course. Let's take a look at this chart. GBP JPY. Okay, so King Explicit. I think you need to watch the previous webinars and see that we don't use lower than 30 minutes. We don't use lower than 30 minutes, lower than 1 hour. So lower time frames, not on this live stream. We only 1 hour and up. Maybe if you switch to the 1 hour, we can see what's happening. So where is the lesson in this? We take live trades here and we explain the trades. We do analysis, why we take them, what's the reason, and everything. If you have questions, guys, feel free to ask and I'll try my best to answer. Now, what do we have else? GU. GU yesterday was a big push. We had a nice break and retest here. Unfortunately, I didn't catch this, so I have to wait and see. Okay, just a second. Okay, so we have a question. For NZDUSD, after daily breakout, we got a big bearish move, but closed back above breakout yesterday. Is this a daily retest? Okay, we're gonna check NZDUSD and see what we have. Now, the thing is, on NZDUSD, we're still rejecting this resistance, right? And as I said before, I'm not gonna try to trade this in between these zones. Maybe if we do break above this daily resistance, then we can have a good setup. But as long as we're here, I don't think I'm gonna take any trades. Maybe if we do come and break this support on the daily, then we'll look for a trade. But I can't do anything here. It's just not a clear setup. What platform I'm using? I'm using tradingview.com. tradingview.com. Now, also what we can do here is we can wait for a break of this support. Then we can see a nice move to the downside, but you see how big rejection was once it came at this 4-hour support. Now, if we do break this, then we might consider some sells. And we also have a rejection from daily. That would be like another confirmation for us. So let's wait and see. What's your take on EU? Like I said, on EU, I still believe price is going to push up because of a daily. Now, as long as it stays above, there's chances that price is going to continue up. But on lower time frame, we need more confirmation. But there's also the fact that we got rejected from this resistance. and it's not going to be easy to continue up maybe, but if we want buys here, since we're sitting at this daily support, I'm gonna have to switch the 1 hour and see. So you can see how price created like a small minor zone here. You can see these candles that left some wicks, 1, 2 rejections, another one here, and also these candles. Now since we're sitting at daily support here, if you want to go long, we need more confirmation. So our confirmation would be if price would come up and break above this, then a retest would have a nice trade from a zone to the next zone. But for now there's no trade here. We still need to wait. I'm not gonna look for sells here because as long as daily is at support, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking any other trade other than buys. I wouldn't think anything else on EU. EJ melted, yeah, dropped pretty good. We have lots of time, so there's no need to rush. We have plenty of time. Okay, so guys, when you ask a question, the best would be to send a chart so I can understand you better, because just with a text I can't read your mind sometimes. Sometimes I can read your mind, but sometimes I can't. The best would be to share a chart so I would be more informed. What do you mean? Now Aussie dollar is a lot of in a big consolidation here. Every time the same thing's happening, and I can't say which level I would take for sure here because we have a lot of rejection on different levels. Now this is pretty messy. You know, we have a lot of rejections here, but we also have rejections at this level. Now we also have rejection on this level. It's pretty messy. I mean, we're gonna need a good setup if we want to take a trade. So there's no rush yet, still have time. Maybe we'll find a good one. Euro, New Zealand. Okay. So we have the same level that we used 2 days ago. And what we can do here is can wait for this to break. If we do break above, a retest and continuation would be perfect. Now we are still on the same, let's say, dilemma, or how to call it, because we have two zones here. Thing is that price recently is respecting this level, maybe more than this, but still both of them were respected, just like the last trade we took. And like we said, when it comes for retest, it might have a small chance it's going to come to the second zone here, because we have two supports, two levels in between in 10 pip range, and they both got respected, closed above, and then continuation to the upside. Now you see price came later on, got rejected from this level too. This was another fake out, but thing is price came all the way to the support, and I wouldn't take it even if I was watching it. Then we have another rejection here, another rejection here. Now if price closes like this, when it comes for a retest, there's a small chance that price might come a little lower to make the retest, then continue up to the next zone here. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I think we're gonna have some good setups. We just need to wait for breakouts. Once we have the breakouts, we can start to take some trades, but for now still don't have anything. What do you think about GU? I think GU can continue up still. I think since we broke this very strong resistance, I think GU is gonna continue up, but I wouldn't take anything for now because we need confirmations. Jay, very nice. EU went perfect yesterday. Now on GU, if we want a good confirmation, we need price to close above this resistance. And if we go on the 1 hour, we can see what level we're talking about. Even on the 1 hour, we have this same level. You see, first time when price came here, got rejected, then closed above, made a retest, continuation. Then this candle came closed below, made a small retest, continuation. See how many rejections we have now on the same level? Now once we break above this, we have a confirmation for buys here. And we have also a big rejection here. And this, if this would go bullish and close above, that would be a very strong confirmation. Now we're gonna have to wait and see. Like I said, we need a candle close. Once the candles close, then we can have a trade. You didn't answer my first question. What is your question? Are you also from Forex family? What do you mean by that? I am friends with the Forex family, so I hope that answers your question. They are my friends for at least 2 years, I think. I see this is mostly about confidence than anything else. This needs a lot more things than just confidence. But confidence is, of course, one of the things that plays a big role too. Even if you have a very, very good strategy, if you don't have the confidence to trust your strategy, then or take a trade, then it's not worth it. Yesterday EU went a bit in drawdown, but I knew what I was doing, so we got some nice 30 pips or more to the upside, 40 pips range, but my entry was around here, and I explained my trade in details yesterday. And I had a lot of confidence, you know. The daily never disappoints most of the time. You know, when you have a daily break and retest, you feel way more comfortable. It just gives you that comfort you need, because daily is the best confirmation you can have. Okay, let me see. We have some charts here. So we can review them, because then we get people will get mad maybe if I don't look at them. Okay, so daily break above the high. Big retest but closed above the yellow breakout line, similar to EU. Could have taken a retest yesterday as it stayed above the 4-hour range. Oh, you mean could you have taken buys here? Okay, well, yeah, maybe you could, but you need to look at lower time frames. Did you have any confirmations to go long? Let's take a look at the 4-hour, because you see the 4-hour went all the way down and closed very bearish. I mean, it didn't give us a good confirmation to go long, so I wouldn't be comfortable taking a buy in this big bearish candle, and counting this as a retest, it was a bit risky because the range is not too big from this resistance, this daily resistance, and I would feel not comfortable with this. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so let's take a look at this chart. GBP yen. Support from during Asian, third retest. Yeah, the thing is, it's not a clear break and retest. I mean, you're just buying support because the breakout happened yesterday. We had a small breakout here, a rejection to the upside. Now next candle coming again, price also rejecting, created strong resistance. I wouldn't take this, not a classic break and retest for me. Okay. Yeah, like I said on EURNZD, I explained it. We need a break above, and that thing on the left, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Have you been trading for 2 years? No, I've been trading for 4 years. Yeah guys, you don't have to go straight to do what I do. You need to do some back testing and see if it does work for you, because just because it works for me doesn't mean it works for you too. Always do some back testing, some practice, and see if it does work for you or not. So NZDUSD. Yeah, looks good. NZDUSD, the best would be if we break above this, would be the best trade I think here. We have this big consolidation box. I mean, trading this consolidation box would be a bit risky. The best would be if we could break this daily resistance, which is pretty strong. See, every time we got here, big rejection. Now maybe we're gonna have a break above today, maybe, but we have to see. We have to wait and see. How long you trading per day? I don't know. I don't count, but I don't stay on the charts all the time, because if I don't have a setup, then I need to wait until the candle closes. So if this is the start of the 1 hour candle and I don't have a breakout, then there's no need for me to wait 1 hour until the candle close, because it's not gonna do anything for me. I do it here because we have a lot of questions and we answer them. What time did this start? It started 30 minutes ago. What's your opinion on harmonic pattern? I don't use it. It doesn't have consistency. I used it before, but it works sometimes, but not most of the time. And I think it doesn't have consistency enough for us. EURGBP, waiting for candle close and the retest. Looks good. It does look good. What's your confirmation when a retest happens? My confirmation is the breakout candle. So when the retest happens, I don't need for rejections or anything. That's just my trading style. I enter. My confirmation is the breakout candle, which also means that we have a good momentum to continue up. So once the retest candle comes for a retest, I expect continuation, because that's what most of the time market does. It does the same thing over and over again. Okay, high period high support. Look, the best would be for GJ, just like GU. Maybe wait for this to break, then continuation to the upside. But before that, here we don't have a trade yet. We need to break this. Once we break this, we're going to see continuation to the upside. What's your favorite time frame? 1 hour and break and retest, my favorite setup. That's all I do. How do you do the backtest? There are a lot of different platforms that will help you backtesting. You can use different things. You can use TradingView, you can use soft Forex simulators, and you have a lot of different options. You have different options. If I have only 100 without leverage, is it possible to trade on a miracle lot and use? I don't know what to tell you about trading without leverage because I didn't try it. I never tried that. But on a $100 account, I would use 0.01 lot, because that's the best risk you can use. And also you can't expect too much, making too much with 100, but you can grow it eventually, day by day. With consistency you can grow even a small account, but of course it's going to take more time. Okay, so yeah, we'll see GU. Like I said, once we break above a retest, and continuation. This can be a very nice trade. First target to fill this wick, and this is also 4-hour zone, so let's not forget. If we do break above, we're gonna have a nice trade here. When is the giveaway? The giveaway, I'm gonna do a post today on Instagram, and you guys gonna have to comment on that. Then I'll choose a winner at the end of the week. I'll tell you at the end of the stream, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Okay, let's see. GU is pushing pretty good. EU can have the same setup with GU. Okay, we just gonna have to choose which one you want to take it. See, maybe I'll take EU because since we have this daily break and retest, we're rejecting the daily support. Then we break this minor zone. After we break this minor zone, a retest and continuation to the next zone here. So that's what I'm gonna wait here. And this can be a very nice trade. What do you think of average true range? Is it superior to RSI? I don't use moving averages. I don't use indicators, anything, just price action. Yeah, let's take a look if we have any news today. Why? Because I don't need them. Okay, so it looks like we have Euro news, but they are not high impact. So if they're not high impact, it's not gonna affect the market that much. So let's see. We just have to be patient, wait for a good setup, and then we can see USDCAD rejected all the way down. See what I meant? Came all the way up to the next resistance here and got rejected. See this candle when it came here, how big the rejection was. The same thing's happening right now with this current candle. So if we want to break here, it's going to be needed to be above this resistance. Doesn't GU looks more positive than EU? Well, they're both the same. They're both the same. I think both can be very good trades. We'll have to take a look which one we want to take, but I mean it's your preference. Whichever setup you want to take, It's up to you. Is there any book? I honestly have to tell you that I never read a book about Forex. So I mean, there are a lot of books on Google you can search, but I never read one. I think I didn't need it. I mean, I just worked hard on the charts, did a lot of backtesting, and realized by myself what's good, what's not, what works and what it doesn't work. Do you use Fibo? No, I don't. He meant Fibonacci, but I don't use it. Fibonacci is somehow, it just tells you where, that's what I think. It tells you where support and resistance is. People use it, but I don't use it because I don't need it. I think my way is very simple to trade and very effective, so the less things you use, the better. What's your winning ratio? My winning ratio at least 80%. You can just go through the previous live streams and you can do some math if you want to see the win ratio. Do you do mentorship? Yes, I do. I have 100 students until now. Okay. EU is pushing. Let's see, once we break above, gonna have a nice trade here. Just waiting patiently. Can you take a look at this? Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Mark, you can just message me and I'll give you instructions. Okay, so we have this chart here. Failed retest. Can you help understand why it failed? Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Okay, so we're gonna go to my chart and see why did that fail, because there must be a reason. How often do you stream? I stream every day. Okay, this is the 4 hour. Okay, let's take a look at the 4 hour. Okay, so I see you were talking about this break and retest. So what can we see here is a breakout candle closed above resistance, made a retest, continuation. The thing is, this didn't fail, this worked out, and it was very nice actually. See how many pips it moved once it made the retest. It moved 20 pips. And what did I say every time I take a trade? Why is my rule at least 20 pips? Because I did backtesting, and I saw that most of the time at least you're gonna have a 20 pip move after the retest. And look what happened here is Price made a breakout, a retest, 20 pips to the upside, then got rejected. If we go on the left, see that we have resistance. This is why price couldn't continue further up, because we have a strong resistance on the left. That's why I always say, look if you have another zone on the left. You have resistance here. See how many candles got rejected. That's why price came all the way down, closed back in the range, made a retest and continuation. So this was a perfect break and retest, but also a perfect fake out. And this is the reason, this level is the reason why this went all the way down after. Even though the break and retest worked, it went 20 pips first, then came down again. I am new here, can you help me to trade? Yes, I can help you, but you need to go and watch the previous webinars, because they will help you to understand what we do here. That would be my advice if you are new here. Do you do crypto as well? No, I don't. I don't trade cryptocurrency. Okay, so if you're only one day trading, you have to go to babypips.com and learn the basics. You can learn the basics at babypips.com. Okay, we're waiting. We have another 10 minutes. Once we have a good close on the 1 hour, we'll see if it does break or not. Okay, almost there. See, the thing that can happen here is also this candle can stay like this, then the next one can push all the way up, and that way we don't get a chance to enter. That's what I don't like. But what we can do is just wait for breakout. I mean, maybe EU is gonna give us. Okay, we have a question. Yesterday, GU broke out support and made another candle below support, but retrace went all the way up, hit my stop loss. Okay, why not? Let's take a look at GU. Now, the reason why the retest failed here on GU is because we got rejected from another support. You see, when price broke this, closed below this, right? We were waiting for this support to break. Once it broke, it came all the way back down to this next support. This is why then it got resulted in a fake out. This is the reason. That's why I always say you have to check if price goes to another zone then comes for a retest, chances of being a fake out are always higher. So this is the reason. Very simple. You got rejected from a support. When it came for retest, it was risky trade and it went all the way up after closing back in the range. That's the reason why it failed. My broker always 5 pip spread and I'm always in negative zone. I think you have to change the broker. Okay, thank you for joining. See you. What are pips? Carlos, you have to go to babypips.com to learn the basics. If you are new, I would suggest to go here and have a look, learn some basic things. Gonna wait for EU because GU doesn't look like it's gonna break for now, so we're gonna have to wait and see. GA, well, GA is, I don't like GA. GA has a resistance right here and taking a break and retest here, I don't think I will be comfortable. My broker gives me up to 17 pip spread. Wow, that's crazy. I have to change the broker. No, I don't think I'm gonna age that much. Can you please talk a bit about Wyckoff? I want to know how it actually works. How many years now you're doing this live? I'm doing these live sessions for 3 weeks now, maybe. Not for years, but I trade for years. 4 years of trading till now. Okay, first we have a question about Wyckoffs. Yeah, I'll talk about Wyckoffs on my opinion. How do I approach them? I'll talk about that just a second. Okay, so about wick fills. The thing is, I don't base my trade on a wick fill, but I just take it as another, I use it as a target maybe, or another confirmation. I can't say confirmation, but just as a target. So let's say if we get a breakout, for example, we get a breakout here, and this is the candle. This candle now, it's gonna leave a wick, right? Let's say this candle left a wick like this. Okay, we can make this wick bigger. Now if this is the candle and it left a wick, now we have support here, right? We have support here. This can be the breakout candle. Now when price comes for a retest, I use this wick as my first target, because most of the time when price is in a good momentum, it's gonna fill the wick, at least if it doesn't go even more than that. So for me, I just use it as, my target most of the time, and nothing else than that. What broker you suggest? I would say Pepperstone, the Traders Domain, IC Markets, a lot of different brokers that you can check. Hot Forex is the broker I use. I never heard about that broker. Look, if you have 17 pip spread, I think you can't trade like that. If you're a scalper, not even a swing trader, that's crazy spread. Now, we have a close on the 1 hour. EU closed bullish, not that strong bullish, but it closed bullish. And the next candle is coming lower. Now, let's take a look at the 4 hour. Still rejecting this. Yeah, still we have to wait for a break above, because just that way would be safe. See now, EJ got rejected. EJ got rejected. Why? Because we have daily support. This daily support is the reason why we got rejected on EJ, and this was the reason why I skipped the sells here, because we have this right support coming up and I just didn't feel comfortable. Now you can see how it got rejected. Just tells you that we have a good support here. Have you heard about Blueberry Market? Yes, it's a good broker. It is a good broker. Okay, let's see if we have any break. UJ not a break yet. UJ needs to break below 2 if we want a trade. USDCAD couldn't break to the upside, closed below. Big rejection. GU, nothing yet. We need a break above. Aussie dollar, still in this consolidation. Maybe if we do break this, we can have a good trade here. Let's wait and see. Since we have a lot of rejections here, can take this as as a good resistance. So let's see. EURGBP breakout. GA is not for me. GA, it has this big resistance right here. I think even this could be a rejection. This was a rejection, I think. Let's see EURGBP. USDCAD has strength, but first attempt failed. Could the second failure bring it back into the channel? USDCAD needs to break resistance if we want to take a trade. EURGBP breakout. If you mean this breakout on EURGBP, that's right, but you have right the next one all the way here, very close, so I think you have to wait. You have to wait for this 4-hour zone to break. I know that we broke above this and it looks good, but we have this next resistance just right away here, and it's only a 10 pip range here. So we need a break above a retest and continuation. See, EU is pushing now. I think we're gonna miss this because we have 1 hour until the next candle opens. So maybe entering now would be a good idea, but it would be risky. Let's wait and see. If this drops a bit, maybe we can take a position with a stop loss just below this candle. We can do that. EA is at resistance. Like I said before, we need to break this if we want to take some buys. But before that, there's nothing that's happening on EA. Okay, John Wick, let's take a look at your chart. Potential buys, no trade, no trade. Yeah, wait for that resistance to break, then we can see. And this is 30 minutes. You have to use at least 1 hour time frame, no lower than 1 hour. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this candle to come a bit lower, maybe to have a small rejection so I can enter. Not gonna be a classic break and retest, but I'm gonna try it. Why not? With a small stop loss, it can be a good trade. Okay, let's wait and see. This is what I meant before when I said that this candle can close just very close to resistance and the next one can push. That's what I don't like, because usually you're left just watching and you don't get a chance to get in. So I think the same is happening now here. That's why I'm looking to enter in this current candle. EA is not a break yet, it's still at resistance. You need to be careful. And EA is at daily resistance too, so it's gonna be pretty messy. See, still below this. We need to close above if we want to take a trade here. UJ doing the same thing, yeah, still at support. Okay, let's wait and see. Yeah, now there's plenty of time until the next candle. And to be fair, this candle can go all the way up. 50 minutes is a lot, so I don't see this candle going all the way down. It doesn't make sense since we got rejected from a daily support. And this next zone looks pretty good to fill. Easy. Now waiting for a breakout here, it's gonna be hard because it still can't move. So we have to look to enter in this current candle, but it needs to come a bit lower. So we can use a small stop loss. 7 pips at least. And then we have a good range to fill. So risk reward will be pretty good. We have a 20 pip range to fill. Let's wait and see. Yesterday was the same, most of the time consolidation, not much more movement, but we got some pips later on New York session. Yeah, the Euro news had no high impact, so I don't think it's going to be a problem with Euro news. There are medium impact. Don't expect too much from them. Okay, UJ is breaking down. Finally. Finally, UJ is breaking down. So we need to wait for this candle to close, a retest, and we can finally have a trade here. And EU is not giving us a chance. Let's wait and see. EU has a very good range to fill. I mean, you can go all the way up and fill the daily range. That would be a pretty big move. I don't expect it maybe in one day, but can take some time maybe, but at the end it can fill the range. So I'm not going to take a trade in this current candle because I don't want to push you guys to do that. I can do that because I have more experience, but first you guys have to learn to wait for the breakout. So if we wait a lot for a setup here, that's just gonna help you with patience. Because if I rush to take trades before candle closes, what am I learning to you? What am I teaching to you? So I'm not gonna do that mistake. We're gonna wait patiently. Don't worry if time goes on, because the stream is gonna go on and on until we find a trade. Have plenty of time today, so no worries. Let's take a look. GEO on the same situation. What about GEO? See, GEO is at 4-hour resistance. I wouldn't recommend to enter now. We need to wait. See, once this candle went above the previous one, and once we close above this resistance too, we can have a very nice trade. So wait. It's a waiting game now. We have to wait, be patient. Okay, just wait. Patience pays, always. Be sure about that. There are a lot of days when we wait maybe all day, and at the end of the day we get a nice setup and it pays off. No rush. I think it's gonna be a very good trade here. Can take some time, but at the end it's gonna work out. What we need is just a break above. The thing is, if price goes all the way up, then comes for retest, that's when it becomes a bit risky. So price needs to stay around here a bit until the candle closes. We need to close above this. Price to stay a bit here, a retest and continuation next hour. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go get some water and be back in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay guys, I'm back. So I was thinking now to do the pause about the giveaway. Give me a sec. Okay, let's see what we have here. Question: I always make profit then lose it all and go negative. What do you recommend? I recommend for you to use good risk management. If you are winning, make sure that you don't risk your whole profits. If you have a first win, only risk, let's say on the next trade, 20% of your profits. But just don't go, if you make a win, then the next trade to risk all your wins, because that doesn't make sense now how you manage your wins. Cold-blooded, so you're a fake. What makes you think of that? Since you're calling me fake. Okay, we have a chart here. Let's take a look at this chart. Let's take a look at this chart. Okay, GBPJPY. You are pointing to the upside. What does this mean? We need more explanation. Why do you think price is going to go up? We need more explanation. Okay, GU is still staying here. We need a close above if we want to take a trade, and there's no trade yet. EU is almost pushing. I hope it doesn't go to the next zone before coming for a retest. So let's wait and see. Yeah, guys, if you're gonna trade alongside me, you're gonna need a lot of patience. You're gonna need a lot of patience. We have to wait for the perfect setup. Most of the traders that trade and make a lot of losses are because they're not patient waiting for the good setup. They just want to be in a trade, and when they show no patience, you're going to end up in a very bad trade with a big drawdown or whatever. So big patience needed here until we get a very good setup. Not going to take any trades. Let's wait and see. Can you take a look at USD CHF? Like I said before, this pair is not very stable, so I wouldn't suggest you to trade this pair. But what do I see here? I see that price coming at this support, and maybe a break and retest of this support would give you a chance if you trade this pair. You have plenty of rejections, so I think this can be a good setup, but I don't trust it. USD CHF, it didn't give me a good results in the past, so I just avoid it most of the time now. Thank you guys. Thank you. Welcome to the new guys here. Thank you for coming. If you are new in this channel, I would suggest you to go watch the previous streams, because they'll help you understand what we do here. So you get an idea, a small idea what to do. Okay, so guys, I'm just preparing the giveaway post, and then I'll tell you what to do. Just waiting. Okay guys, just give me a minute. I'm preparing the post about giveaway, and I'll tell you what to do. In the meantime, you can go on Instagram, follow me, so you'll be able to participate. I'm gonna give the winner 1 month for free in my mentorship group. My Instagram, I'll leave it down below on the chat. Okay, just gonna go and post this about the giveaway, then we'll be back to analyze charts. Just give me a minute. Okay guys, I did a post. I just posted the giveaway details. Now if you want to participate, just go leave a comment on my Instagram. I just did a post about it, and you just need to leave a comment about the live streams until now. What do you think about live streams? Just give a small opinion. I want to hear your feedback, and by leaving a comment, you will participate in the giveaway. At the end of the week, I will choose a winner, of course. Now on Instagram, I did a post on Instagram. Go leave a comment there. Okay. I see some of your shows are London and others New York. Do you have a schedule? I do London session streams most of the time. So the New York sessions are only here and then, not every day, but London sessions are always 8 a.m. GMT time. Okay, yeah. Gold is not safe to trade, so be careful. I think gold is not the good a good time now. It's not a good time to trade gold. There are a lot of fake outs. I explained gold earlier, and a lot of fake outs happening right now. Some weird moves. I wouldn't trade it. Okay, so comments are for Instagram. Leave a comment on Instagram. Everyone who comments will participate. Did Dogecoin spike today? I don't know how to spell that, but I don't trade cryptocurrency. UJ retest good now. Let's see. We have 15 minutes left to wait for the close. USDCAD. USDCAD looks good, not that bad, but we need to wait and see if we have a close. You see, we have a small zone here. We have a small zone here. I think this can be a problem maybe if we want to take a trade here because it's coming from this. Maybe if we do break below this, then it would be way better. So let's wait. UJ. What's happening with UJ? Let me take a look at EURUSD. I think EU is going to be the best. See what I meant earlier than I said, if this candle closes like this, leaves a small wick, makes the retest, then we go for a wick fill 2 as another target. Okay. We don't trade indexes, sorry. Yeah, let's wait. UJ can be very good too. Let's wait for the break. Once we close below, then we can have a nice setup. Let's wait and see. Okay. Let's see. Camera is back on. Took me some time to fix it, but we'll have to wait and see. So we have a troll here, but instead, if you're so successful, you could go do your own thing. so no need to be here. Okay, GBPAUD is retesting. Let's take a look at GBPAUD. Take a look at this chart. Wrong chart. Oh, okay. I don't know how you guys imagined me to be or to look, but this is who I am. Finally, you can see me. Nice to meet you. Okay, let's wait and see. Okay, GCAD. Oh, this is GA. Waiting for a candle to close. I think this support it's not enough. I think the best would be to avoid GA, because there are a lot of better pairs to watch other than GA. Yes, live from Kosovo. You guys can see finally now that I'm not from India, because a lot of you had that impression. Yeah, I would suggest to watch the previous streams, because let's just give you an idea what we do most of the time. And I speak a lot on my previous webinars too, that how do I approach the market, what the confirmations and everything. So yeah, I live in Kosovo. Can you look at CAD JPY? Well, we can. I think I'm gonna stay now and wait for EU. GU is not a breakout yet. It didn't break above. It's rejecting, so I'm gonna focus on EURUSD. Are you trading for a living? This is GA again. Sahaj King. Send me the same chart again. Okay. I trade for a living, yes. Have you been to UK? No. Unfortunately, we still don't have visas, so we can't go much travel around, only on a few countries, but UK is not part of them. Let's see. Take a look at EURGBP. EURGBP, like I said before, it's not a pair trade, but looks like it's gonna break above this small minor zone created. Now we need to look at higher time frame to see what we have. let's take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is at resistance 2, and the 4 hour level is just above this small minor 1 hour resistance. So what I would do is I would just skip this. Guys, for real, EURGBP is not the best pair to trade, and I wouldn't suggest. It makes a lot of fake outs most of the time. Is it worth going to Kosovo? No, it's not. Don't even bother coming here. I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's not for holidays. It is not for holidays. Hey guys, a lot of comments coming up. A lot of comments coming up. The winner is gonna be at the end of the week. I'll choose a winner live with you guys. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Okay. Yeah, I said gold is not good. The reason is because gold tends to make a lot of fake outs. I'm just gonna give you some examples on gold. I'm gonna give you some example on gold and tell you how many fake outs it did lately. Everyone can come to Kosovo, but not much happening here. What do we win? You win 1 month in my private group. Okay, so just a second. We have 3 minutes left, okay? We don't need distractions because we might miss the moves. Okay, see gold. When you look at gold, you see a lot of big wicks happening. And this is what we don't like, because it just tells you that a small stop loss is not gonna work on gold. So you can see this breakout here resulted in a fake out. This breakout here, there was no retest, but when the retest came on, went all the way down. We broke this support, right? This big bearish candle went all the way up, fake out again. We broke below this, still pushed up, made a fake out. We had a good break and retest here, but doesn't really happen most of the time. So I just don't recommend trading gold. I mean, there are a lot of better pairs that you can choose from. Okay, so let's look at GCAD. What about GCAD? I'm straight going to higher time frames because it tells you a lot more. GCAD is at support. I wouldn't trade GCAD for now. I wouldn't trade GCAD. It doesn't really make much sense to me. What about silver? I think these need a lot more these need a lot more information when you trade. If you trade oil or gold, you need a lot more information on fundamentals. Okay, what are good pairs then? Good pairs are these on the left here, except gold, USDCHF, Aussie. So the pairs that you look on the left are the good pairs for me. Okay, UJ closed below. We have a 3 pips breakout. It's not enough, but I think it should work. Now I'm gonna focus on EJ. I'm not gonna trade UJ. UJ is very slow, so I'm gonna focus on Euro US dollar. So let's wait for the retest and we're gonna enter. If we do have a retest. Okay, so we are gonna wait for a retest here. Once we get a retest, continuation to the upside. Next zone is another 20 pip range. Okay, so are you gonna look for USDJPY? No, I'm not. I'm gonna look for EU because UJ is anyway very slow and I don't want to get stuck in UJ for a long time. So we'll wait for EU. It needs to come a bit lower, then we can enter. UJ break is a bit small, that's why. So better we can take EU way better setup, I think. Okay, not gonna look any other pairs for now because I need to be focused on EU. I need to take a trade here. There's no need to look at other pairs for now. It's almost there. Okay, I took my first entry here, and if it comes a bit lower, I'm gonna enter another one. This should come a bit lower. I'll take another entry. I did my first entry here, took my first buy. Okay, so we have the breakout, and now it's making the retest. Okay, let's wait and see now. Should come at least for a little bit lower. And then continue up. Yeah, I expect this to continue to the next zone at least. Can't expect this to go all the way up and fill the daily range because it's pretty big. But I explained this. I expect this to fill at least this range, this next range here. Let's see. This needs to push up now. First target can be then this daily wick candle, this 1 hour wick here. See the way I explained before, when you have a breakout, price leaves a wick, make the retest, and we go also for the wick fill and for the next zone here. So we have two targets. First target, fill in this wick at least, then the next one, this zone here. Let's see GU. What's happening with GU? Yeah, GU didn't break, unfortunately. Rejected all the way down. What can we do? We expected a breakout, but we didn't get one. Now we have EU. Let's see how it's gonna go. The range from here to filling this wick is 10 pips. So first target is gonna be 10 pips. Second target 20 pips. EURGBP longs. What's happening on EJ? Longs. Yeah, we got to close above, and now it seems like making a retest, but still I wouldn't take it. Take the 4 hour. The 4 hour is still at resistance. I wouldn't risk it. EU is way better and way cleaner. somebody's fixing their partner or something and lots of noises. Man, this is the worst thing. Did you take this EU buy with buy limit? Why would I take with buy limit when I can do it manually? Buy limits are when you're not on the charts. You don't have to look at the charts, you use pendings. Okay, you guys were asking about USDCAD. What's happening in USDCAD? USDCAD is rejection resistance. Now, let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour has a small support here, right? That is broken, but you also have this support here, and it's in between two ranges. So I would stay away from this unless you have a break below this, below this support here. Other than that, I wouldn't look for USDCAD here. Contra, morning. Morning. Man, these noises are crazy. If we see the wick struggling to go green on EURUSD, can this be a possibility that's not much buying pressure, or does that mean I have no patience? It means that you have to wait. You don't expect the move to be right away. You need to wait. This is a 1 hour chart, so that means you can have to wait at least 1 hour, if not more. Sometimes it can happen in 10 minutes. You never know, but you have to wait. Just because this doesn't go bullish doesn't mean that's not gonna go up. It can stay here for 50 minutes maybe, and the last 10 minutes push all the way up. How many pips do you wait for next candle to retest after closing above? What do you mean how many pips you wait for the candle to retest? Don't understand that. EURGBP please. What about EURGBP? See, EURGBP, we had the plan if we break above, we're going to take some buys. If we break above this resistance. But it didn't happen. This candle didn't close clearly above. Then to make the retest to continue. So once we break above this, we have a setup here. But for now, we don't have a trade yet. It's still below the resistance here. This closed just a little bit above, but not a clean breakout. It's not enough. Do you have Discord? No, I don't use Discord. There's a Telegram link in the description if you want to join the channel. Yeah, so I wait on the retest, I wait at least in a 5-10 pips range. If the wicks are big, then we wait in a 5-10 pips range from candles where candles are closed. So this, from candles are closed to here, we have a 4 pip range. That's why I said I'm gonna enter first entry here, and if it comes lower, I'm gonna enter another entry. That's what I said before, and I'm saying now again. So that's the thing. Yeah, I know Discord is good, but for now I'm using Telegram. I feel more comfortable. Okay, can you take a look at this chart? Yes, of course, we can take a look. Just take a look at it. Okay, rejection at resistance, GBPAUD. Okay, so I think you still have to know what we do here. We trade, break, and retest. So you sold GA. What about this support right here? Which price is currently in? Look at how many rejection. What if price goes all the way up now? Just because it's a rejection doesn't mean that price is gonna go up, gonna go down. You need a confirmation. You're sitting at support now. You can get stopped pretty easily. That's what I think here. Think you need to change maybe your style of trading. Of course, if it does work for you, that's great, but this is not the way I trade. If you miss the entry, then you can get the next trade. No worries. Morning from Dubai. Welcome. USDCAD. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Yeah, you have to consider the areas in the left. You can't just ignore them because they can cause problems. Okay, USDCAD breakout retest. I just explained USDCAD. What did I say about USDCAD? I said stay away. Why? Because we are in between two zones. Price can reject here, but what about this support here? What about this support? This can reject all the way up again. It might drop. That can happen, of course, but I wouldn't feel comfortable holding a trade while I see that price is at support. I would rather wait for a break below this, a retest, and continuation after. But I wouldn't be comfortable taking sells here while I see that we have support here. I mean, if you only want to take 10 pips trade here, why not? But I would feel way more comfortable once we break this support, then continue down. Before that, I wouldn't take anything. Thank you for the stream. Finally, calling trades as they happen. Yeah, I have no hesitation telling you when I enter because I know my strategy, I know my way of trading, I know how it works. Have enough confidence to call trades. If I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be here, trust me. And we do this every day. Consistency is key. No worries. I know you guys sometimes can miss my explanations, but every time just pay attention because there are a lot of details that you can miss and that can cause you a loss maybe. So let's wait. Morning from Namibia. Morning, welcome. GBPAUD broke out. Let's take a look at GBPAUD. even though I took a look here earlier. I said no trade on GBPAUD. Why? Because we are at support here, and it is very messy. Lots of zones, lots of consolidation, lots of candles. You see this? This is a no trading zone. Look at all these candles, one here, one here. It's so messy. No trade here. Delete this pair for now. GCAD was one of my favorite pairs, but I stopped trading it because it became so many consolidation boxes, so many big moves without a meaning. So not gonna trade GCAD. It's not on my list for now. Why are you looking back so much on USDCAD? Not looking back that much. If you see this is the whole week. What happened in this whole week? Let's see from here. The last 7 days. And I'm not looking that far. If you just look at here, you have plenty of rejections. This was just hours ago. You see this breakout, this retest, and continuation. See these rejections first. Then you go on the left. You can see that the same level price rejected a lot of times. Now when price comes here, what do you expect? You expect a rejection maybe, because you're at support. So unless you break below this, there's no trade for me. We are in between. So this is a zone, and price is in between, and it's a smaller range. So that's why I wouldn't take it. Is there any good indicator for support and resistance drawing in TradingView? I don't think so. EU is going to take some time, but like I said, we need patience. At least we have to fill this wick here. Yeah, I would say look what happened during the week at least. Yeah, let's take a look if we do have Euronews. So we have a speech coming up in 15 minutes, and it's a medium impact. Now, not expecting a very high impact, and not expecting too much volatility. But what can we do before this speech? If price stays here, we can reduce the risk if we want, just in case to not risk our profits. Yeah, let's wait and see. Okay, so my stop loss now is going to be just below the breakout wick here, below this previous breakout candle and below this wick. I think there's no need to risk more than that, because if price comes and closes below this, then probably it's going to be a fake out. So 10 pips is going to be enough, I think, for this. New site you use, it's investing.com. There is also my fxbook.com. So it says here also that it's medium impact, so not gonna expect very big impact on euro. Maybe it's gonna move it a bit, but not very high impact. Let's wait and see. Okay, let's take a look at this. GJ broke support back in the range. Sells. Well, can't say it's not very good, but can say it's very good too. Now, what happened here, this was only minor zone. This was only a minor zone, and this was not a very clear breakout, and also it got rejected all the way from down here. So I don't think I would take this trade if I would see this live. I don't think I would take this. Let's wait and see. You can still come a little lower, like I said before, another 2-3 pips, then after it push to the upside. So as long as we stay above this, we are good to go. Have you entered? Yes, I told that to you before. When I took the trade, I said I'm taking it. And once you see this, means that I'm in a trade. Let's wait and see. USDJPY looking good. Well, we'll have to wait and see. UJ is a weak breakout. Okay, UJ is EU is pushing now. Nice. Let's wait and see. We need only a few more pips. Okay, we have 10 pips now. I'm gonna secure some and move my stop at break even. Nice, 10 pips. First take profit is reached. Now let's see if we're gonna continue more. First 10 pips. Okay, very nice trade. See, this is the best trade you can find. A good clean break and retest. Stop loss at break even. I secured some, I leave some run. Yeah, now we filled the wick, so I'm not gonna risk it because price can push down after it. So I'm just gonna hold the runners with stop loss at break even. Stops at break even, and we'll see if it's gonna continue. Needs to go a lot more, of course. Might take some time, but at the end it's gonna pay out. Yeah, first target, second target actually is this zone. Then after this we see where we can go. We need to break this too after to continue more. Because you can see yesterday we had a few rejections. Could have break above, then dropped again. So we need a breakout today. And we'll see how far it can go. For now, stops at break even for the runner. Closed most at 10 pips. Let's wait and see. Daniel, yeah, you came late again. You missed the trade. You did miss the trade. Okay guys, just to let you know, these guys that came late, the giveaway is open. You need to go to my Instagram and leave a comment in my last post. Matthew, how are your signals? If you're coming for signals, that's not a good idea. You better come to learn how to trade, not to expect signals. Okay, I'm gonna leave a comment. it is valid anymore. Look, as long as it stays above this, it is valid, but it made the first push. Now it's coming, like I said, at least it's gonna fill the wick, and now it's coming down again. The thing is, it becomes more risky. It's not that it's not valid anymore, but it becomes more risky because it's coming as a rejection. Can this still continue up? Of course it can. As long as it stays above this level, it can continue up. Kindly drop analysis on GJ. Yeah, of course. Of course, let's take a look at GJ. Okay, GJ. So, GJ made a small consolidation box here. And we had a first try to break up, we couldn't. Here, we had another try, we couldn't. Went all the way down 2 times. So we have 2 touches to the upside, 1 touch down. Now the second time trying to break below this. Now what we need is we need to go to look on the left. What do we have? If we have another zone here or not. Now we go on the left. Let's open the 4 hour. What do we have? We have the next support around here. So looks like a free traffic on the left until this next zone. Now, yeah, looks like if we do close below this, then we can have a nice move to the downside of how many pips we have here. Yeah, we have a nice 20 pips range. If we do close above a retest to continue to this next zone. Let's go to the daily. Daily is rejecting resistance. Now this can help also for sells, since we are getting rejected from daily resistance. This can be another confirmation to go for sells, but we can only aim for this small range to fill, nothing more. On GJ, can you look at EA? What about EA? You see what I meant before when I took a look at EA. See, we have this resistance still, and some people said we have a breakout of this zone. I said not yet, we need to break this first if we want to go longs. And look what happened. This candle came all the way down again. You would get stopped out. You need to make the difference between a minor zone and a major zone. If price coming from a major zone, the retest of the minor zone is too risky, and chances of fake outs are much higher. So no trade there until it breaks above. EU, let's see, still needs to push higher. Gotta be patient here. Okay, looks like I had my mic muted. No GBPAUD trade. There's no trade on GBPAUD. It's getting hot around here too. Okay, Aussie dollar. Like I said on Aussie dollar, we need a breakout. You can see all these rejections happening. All these candles rejecting. And these two now. Once we break above, we can see a nice move to the upside. But for now, price is staying, it's still below. There's no clean breakout. So we need a break above, a retest and continuation. Until now, there's no breakout. EU's taking some time. We have 10 minutes left until the candle closes. Well, yeah, we have to repeat some questions over and over again, but I hope at least it's gonna help people. I hope at least gonna help people. When you choose the direction of the trade, do you also consider the various subzones and possibly avoid in case too many levels? Yeah, of course, I always look at what can be in our way that can cause us problems. So I got stopped at break even now on EU. I'm not in this trade anymore, got stopped at break even. Same here, but see, I looked left and this is why I secured at 10 pips, because I saw that we can have a problem maybe here and reject this zone, and I didn't want to risk, even though price still can continue up, but I just didn't want to risk. And when I saw the wick fill, I said, okay, this can be enough for me. I'm gonna secure some here and leave some run. Now we had that 10 pip move. Price now came all the way down again, and it's the end of the 1 hour too. So price can still continue up. Maybe it's gonna come a bit lower to test this support, but I still think it's gonna push up. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is not closed yet. Maybe if we get also 4 hour close, would be even a better confirmation. Do you see dollar index while trading USD pairs? No, I don't. No, I don't. Aussie dollar dropping. Looks like USD is getting some strength now. See, UJ resulted in a fake out. See how important it is to make a decision which pair to take. The breakout was only 2.5 pips, not enough. Now price went all the way up, and probably is going to close back in the range now. See, it's a fake. And what can we say here? Can we say that price got rejected from another zone? Yes. This can be the reason why the fake out happened. You go and look, why did price reject it here? You look on the left, you have this. You look on the left, you have this big rejection. This big rejection, this big rejection. All these rejections. And you see also these big rejections from the same support. Now, when you see how many pips the breakout is, it's only 2 pips. Do you think that the possibility of continuation here would be higher than breaking to the upside? I think based on what we saw every time price came here, how big the rejection was, I wouldn't expect a good break and retest here. First, the break was very weak. Second, you got rejected from another zone. And this is the reason why fake outs happens most of the time. Now what can we do? Can wait for a close break in the range, a small pullback and continuation to the upside. Okay, can you check GJ? What's happening with GJ? Like I said before on GJ, a retest here and continuation to the next zone here. Should stay here for now. Make a retest and continuation. For me, I'm not gonna take it. It's not the best setup. I need more rejections, more consolidation, so I can determine the zones. USDCAD pushing up. See, what did I say before? We have support here. Price can result in fake out easy, and that's what's happening now. EU. Now EU can still continue up. If it does stay above this, chances of going up are still there. But I wouldn't suggest to enter now. It already did a 10 pip move to the upside. Now coming down at this time, we have 2 minutes left. This can result in a fake out too. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. If this candle closes like this, not a good sign. Even though it's still gonna be above support. Still gonna be above support, but it's not a good sign rejecting all the way down in the last minute. Okay, so see EU closed just below, a bit below the zone. We can't say that it's a breakout back in the range because it's a very small close below. This candle just made a small pullback all the way down. Now this can go all the way down since we had all the way this big drop. What can we do now here is just watch. There's no trade here for us now. The 4-hour got rejected all the way back down. It's not anymore a big confirmation. GU is at support. I wouldn't say to take sells here because it will be a rejection from support. Let's take a look. Aussie dollar. UJ closed back in the range. This can be the retest for continuation to the upside. See this candle, all these candles still closing above. I think not gonna take anything on UJ, even though this can continue pretty easily to the upside. Please check GU, just did. No trade there, still at support. In the past 5 months of streaming on YouTube, how have your returns been? Returns have been pretty great. If you watch all the streams, previous streams, you can see by yourself. Lots of great trades. I'm thinking about USDJPY taking buys, but price needs to come lower for that. It's still too far. It needs to come lower, at least around here, in a 2 pips range maybe. Let's wait and see. Why are you working on 1 hour? Because it's better confirmation. Working on higher time frames, it's way better. UJ buys, I think on the 1 hour you can see a small fake out, but on the 4 hour it's just a rejection. It's just a rejection and wouldn't feel that comfortable taking anything there. Yeah, I can see GJ close below, but like I said, not gonna take it. Not gonna take it because I feel like I need more. I need a better support here than just one touch here. I think that wouldn't be enough for me, so I'm not gonna take it. See, I'm gonna take a buy on UJ. I'm gonna try this. Okay, so I took a buy on UJ. Let's see how many pips stop loss I can use here. I'm gonna use 7 pips stop loss just below the breakout candle. So this is my explanation on UJ. Hear me out. You can see on the left that we have resistance here, which now it's going to act as support because price closed above. This candle closed above this resistance, making a small retest, a pullback here, and I think it's going to continue up. Here we had a small fake out. Price closed below, came back, closed back in the range. One of the reasons why, because price came from another support. Now if you go to the 4-hour, you can see that 4-hour also closed above this support, closed bullish and above this support, which means couldn't break this. On the 1-hour created a fake out, and I think price should continue up now. Continuation to the upside. Pretty good candle close. Momentum is good. UJ is going to take some time, but why not? Let's gonna try this. We don't have much in our hands right now, so I'm gonna expect it to continue up. What can happen here is price also can come a bit lower. Can come a bit lower than this, then continue up. So I entered a position here. I'm gonna leave some room if price comes lower to enter some more. Will you be checking if any news could affect this UJ trade? I checked the news before. There's no USD news coming up for now. So I think nothing's gonna affect UJ. Okay, let's wait and see. See, the range in UJ is pretty slow. Gonna need a big move to reach 10 pips, but why not? Gonna have to wait. Patience needed here. Let's wait and see. See, today there's no USD news coming up. Don't have any news today. We are free. We are free to trade USD unless some unexpected news come. Other than that, we don't have any other problem here on the way. Hi all, welcome to the channel. But just like I said, price can come a bit lower than this. Crude oil inventories today. It's a medium impact. I don't think it's gonna have an impact on USD that much, so don't think there's no need to worry. How long are you expected to be in this pair, in this trade? As you explained, this slow move there. Well, I'm gonna expect this at least an hour, because since we're taking this on the 1 hour time frame, that means we need at least 1 hour for this pair, for this trade to work out. But as I've said before, sometimes it can take 5-10 minutes to work out. Sometimes it can take longer. It just depends on how market is moving. If the market is slow, I'm not gonna expect this to give me quick pips because there's not much volatility right now. And it's UJ, like I said before. So UJ, look how big the move should be to give us 10 pips. The range is too small on UJ. But I think as a trade, as a setup, it's pretty good. And yeah, sometimes the pips doesn't matter. It matters the risk you take, because you can take a 20 pip lot and even with 5 pips can make good profits. The pips really doesn't matter. The risk matters. The fact that we are rejecting tells you something, right? So expecting this to continue. GU is at support, like I said before. EJ closed just a little below this, so I don't expect too much. It doesn't matter that closed bullish, it's still closed below support, and that or below resistance. That's what matters. I think we should stay away from this right now. GU is at support. See, unless we break this, there's no trade. Unless we break this on GU, there's no trade. You see this breakout, this retest continuation. Now you have to wait for the same thing, just the opposite way for downside. Will you not look at gold as it's a correlated pair? No. Not gonna look at gold. It doesn't matter where gold it's moving. I look at the price on UJ. UJ is a different pair, gold is a different pair, so there's no need to look at gold. EU looks different than your chart. You may have a different broker and the candles can look different. That can be the reason. GJ dropping to the next zone here. See, we had a good, not a very good breakout. It was only 3 pips, a small pullback. Not even the retest was that good. I just skipped it, but it went pretty good. Don't regret that I didn't take that. UJ turning bullish. Let's see if we can continue for more. Okay, it's turning bullish. Let's see how far this can go. Other than this, I don't see much going on. EA might break later. This candle is pushing. Let's see if it can push through that. Let's wait and see. What were your thoughts, if any, regarding to the consolidation of these 8 candles next to a fake out? What about these previous 8 candles? This was just a small consolidation. This candle went all the way up, closed above these, then made a retest and continuation. Nothing much to care about this small consolidation. Nice, UJ is pushing, very nice. Any chance of EU coming back up? I don't know about EU. It doesn't look good right now. It closed a bit below. Maybe it was just a retest for continuation. So we'll have to wait and see. I can't say it's gonna go up. I mean, we're still at daily support, but just with our at support doesn't mean that we're gonna go up. It can still continue down even if we're at support on daily. I'll just have to wait and see. UJ should give us some nice pips. It's a very nice risk reward here if we get to the take profit. Andres, hi. Yes, I am here. Okay, so let's wait and see. Yeah, it's only a 5 pip move almost. We need another 5 to at least 10 pips. After that, we'll see. GBP pairs are moving crazy. Well, not that crazy. I mean, it's only 20 pip range. Not much. Hello, hello. Frank, copy trading not. There's no copy trading yet. There's no copy trading yet. Well, the target is to fill this range to the upside. Yeah, at least 700, but first I would say in 10 pips first target, then after that we'll see. First is 10 pips first target. Can you look at dollar index? I think there's no need because I don't trade it. I can take a look, but the thing is I haven't done enough backtesting about this, so I don't trade what I don't know about much. See, thing is there's a lot of fundamentals that have effect on US dollar currencies index, so it's not just about technicals here. So I wouldn't trade this if I were you. I would just leave it. Can check AUDCAD. Yes, of course, my fellow Albanian. What is the lot size you normally use to manage better the risk? The lot size doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter what lot size you use. The risk is what matters. Because lot size is just the way of showing the risk, nothing else. AUDCAD. So AUDCAD looks like it closed above this. It made a small fake out here. Small fake out, closed back in the range, then went up again. So this is on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at daily. Yeah, what can I say? I think it should continue up, but it already did on the daily. It already did the break and retest. And this fake out that we set on the 4 hour looks like it happened because the daily zone was deeper. See, this was a perfect daily break and retest. Now I think it should continue up, but if you want to take buys, the buys are already done here, and 1 hour, nothing much to be fair, nothing much. Maybe if you wait for a break of this, you can take buys, but except for that, I don't see anything else. Anthony, panic buying? Yeah, the second wave of the coronavirus is coming here too. We have more cases now than on the first stage, or how to say. Let's wait and see. UJ is pushing nicely. Only 5 pips, but at least the trade is how we expected. Still need to push higher for another 5 pips. Can you trade 1 minute chart? No, I don't want to trade 1 minute chart because there's no need to. GJ is at support, guys. GJ is at support, so you have to wait for this to break. It's also a 4-hour support. You can see big rejection every time we came here. See, every time we touch this zone, big rejection. So maybe this gonna reject and continue up, but I wouldn't be that sure because this is a daily resistance and it's rejecting the daily resistance. So there might be a chance that price is gonna break to the downside. You have to be careful. Yeah, there's a chance we go in lockdown again. Are you in trade? Yes, I am. UJ buys. Okay, guys, for these that came new here, the giveaway is open. You can go on my Instagram and leave a post on my last and leave a comment on my last post. You can have the chance to be in my private group for a month for free. Yeah, I mean, people are not caring that much anymore, even that there are a lot of new cases coming every day, but people are just living the normal life. They don't care at all. People got bored and now they don't care. See, we need another push on USD JPY. Yeah, EJ is gonna be very slow. Very slow. The thing is, in other pairs, this would be a 10 pip move already. But on UJ, the range is too small. Gold, I don't know, gold can still continue up. Like I said before, gold is too risky to trade for me. Not gonna even try to take a trade on gold. Can we enter the trade? No, you can't. It's too late now. You missed the entry. Now it's not the time. No, it's not the time. What is your most consecutive losses? Rahul, if you're 17 pips in profit, yeah, take your profits, why not? Why not take your profits? Look, the most consecutive losses in a row, never more than 2. I don't remember when the last time where I had more than 2 losses in a row. And the losses are always very small. Wait and see. UJ requires a lot of patience. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we have any other trade. If we don't, then there's no need to stay in front of chart all day. No, I'm not on long on EURUSD. EURUSD is not a good setup anymore. So, gonna give you some update what we can do on New York session, and I'm gonna have to go then. We need to break above this. If we want to take a trade on EA, we need to break above at least 10 pips, and we have a nice range to fill. If we don't break this, there's no trade. Nearly 500. We had 700 yesterday, so today is lower than yesterday. EA that's the setup for EA. Now GJ needs to break below this. If you want to take a trade on GJ, you need to break below 134.500 maybe at least. A good breakout. Other than that, there's nothing here. You see we're having a rejection. And yeah, we need a break below. I can't see anything else there. GU, probably the same thing. Are you still on EJ? I never took EURGBP. Never took EURGBP. I'm not on it. USDCAD. USDCAD can be a good trade if we break below. If we break above, but here's the thing about USDCAD, you have to be careful. USDCAD on the 4 hours in between two zones. Now if we want to break, if we want to take a trade on USDCAD, we need to break above these two zones. We need to break above a retest and continuation. Unless that happens, there's no trade here. We need to break above this. Once we break above, you can see a nice move to the upside. Last time we broke this level, look at the move. So the same thing can happen again. Wait for the breakout. Now, what else we have? Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand. So looks like we are closing above. The same thing is on Euro New Zealand too. We are in between two zones. Now we have a good close above. I mean, price should continue up now, but the only problem is we have a small resistance here too. See how these two candles are rejecting? Maybe if we do get a good close above, then a small retest, continuation to the upside would be pretty good. So we're gonna have to wait and see for that. UJ is still running. Gonna wait. Not gonna move my stop at break even here unless I see signs that price is gonna continue down. Still gonna hold this. We need another 5 pips to push to the upside, so we can get at least 10 pips. Yeah, so that's most of it. What do we expect from EURUSD? Let's see what we can expect from EURUSD. EURUSD is still at daily support. So let's clean these charts. You go on the daily. You can see all these rejections, right? That means as long as price stays above, it's still good for longs. I still think EU can continue to the upside. Think that we got rejected from here, and it's a pretty big rejection, but it's like we're in between these two ranges, and as long as price stays above, it can still continue to the upside. But for now, I think there's no trade for now. There's no trade. Still in this consolidation box here. We had a good break and retest. It gave us quick 10 pips, but then came after and closed back in the range. So probably price gonna continue down and fill this range. After that, we'll see what happens. But for now, I wouldn't take a trade on EU. I think there's no setup right now on EU. We can just hold UJ and see where it goes. Aussie dollar did the same. Well, we didn't have a break on Aussie dollar in the first place, so can't say anything. What can we expect from Aussie dollar? I think it's a bit messy. Not gonna take any trade on Aussie dollar unless it comes all the way up and break this resistance. No trade for me here. Yeah, so this is all. I'm gonna hold UJ, see where it goes. I'm only risking a small percentage of my profits. Like I always say, you need to protect your profits. First trade was a win, so why would I risk my win? I'm gonna have to go now, guys. Thank you all for participating. I hope this was helpful for you. If you found this helpful, give it a like or subscribe, whatever you want. It's in your hand. Thank you for supporting me. Tomorrow we go back again at the same time, hopefully. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Use good risk management for the rest of the day. Don't overtrade. And for the last time, if you want to participate on the giveaway contest, go in my Instagram, leave a comment. The winner is going to be chosen at the end of the week. Have a very nice day. Thank you all. See you. Not gonna do New York session. I think this is a good enough. I mean, we did a 4-hour session. That's a lot. It's not 3 minutes, but it's 4 hours. So have a good day. What are you guys doing here still? I guess you don't want to go.